You're listening to Bush Radio. Bush Radio.
Your real talk radio.
Reading is feeding the mind. Feed the mind. Go to udarabooks.com. Udara Books. Feeding the mind.
State Affairs with Edmund Obilo is live.
The program is State Affairs. I am Edmund Obilo. What are we looking at here? It's a war story. It's the story of a child soldier during the Nigerian Civil War. My guest is Gerorge Uchenna Ogbogu. Mr. Ogbogu, it's good to have you on State Affairs.
You are welcome, Edmund. You are welcome.
You were a child soldier during the Biafran War.
That's right.
How were you recruited?
I presented myself because that was the in thing. I saw I wanted to join the army. The opportunity came for us as children. So we had the boys' company. And so I joined. I was very happy.
Wanted to join the army?
I wanted to join.
Why?
Because of the situation that time, I wanted to defend that new republic called Biafra.
You wanted Biafra?
Yes. I wanted to be part of it. That's why I joined the army.
You were passionate to defend Igbo.
I was passionate. I was a scout, and I wanted to.
How did young persons like you see Ojukwu at the time?
Ojukwu was a commander, very strong-willed. And he was able to motivate us into sacrificing all to defend our fatherland.
Even as children?
Yes.
You all were ready to fight?
We were very ready, even with sticks. You know, there is this song, Ojukwu and we were carrying sticks.
Can you sing that again? Why India Hausa?
Because that was the enemy at that time. It was India Hausa.
As child soldiers, you handled guns?
Why? Fine.
What kind of guns?
AK-47. And I handled SLR. That's Beretta for some time occasionally. But AK-47, unfortunately, I don't have any photographs to show. I don't have. Very, very unfortunate.
Some of you succeeded in going behind enemy lines as spies.
Of course, that was our primary recruitment, to go behind the enemy lines, to spy out the positions, especially the heavy guns, where they have the armored cars, the artilleries, the rocket launchers, the mortar guns, and so on. That was our primary aim of being recruited, so that we will now come and make a report. And so our people will now know how to go and dislodge all those arsenals.
Were the child soldiers trained to be spies? Were there instructions before you were deployed to the field?
Yes, we were trained. I was trained at Igbo Grammar School.
Igbo Grammar School is where today?
At Oka.
Oka?
At Oka. Igbo Grammar School. That's where we were trained. And then given special trains in some areas also, how to handle cigarettes, how to handle newspapers, how to handle even guns. We are properly trained.
So how did you go behind the enemy lines?
That time, all the areas occupied by the federal troops, they still have civilians. they had civilians, especially Oka, Enugu, Axis. They had civilians there, and people move about, though they try to restrict them, but as we move about, they take us as children of the community, and so we are not. They didn't suspect initially, but it was when we started giving good reports, and then they started being hammered. They started wondering, how do these people leak out information to the rebels? So they started being hard on any grown-up man in the community that they are spies, kind of, not knowing that it was all these young
the children.
The children that were doing that.
Were some of you caught?
Yes, unfortunately, some of us were killed.
Were killed?
Yes, some of us were killed. I remember on a particular occasion. In our group, we were 5. 2 of them were killed.
How did it happen?
We went. It was in the night. We went behind the enemy line, and we were able to move about, saw what we wanted to see, but unfortunately, they saw us, and they didn't shoot at immediately. They followed us. There was a barbed wire. It was what gave me an injury on my leg. There was a barbed wire I passed through. Others were passing. That was when they started shooting, and they got 2 of our young boys, small boys, and they were dead. But we got back to make the report.
You still made the report?
Of course, and it was very exciting as far as we were concerned.
But they killed members of your team.
Yes, but the aftermath of our activity, we were very happy because our Biafran forces were able to dislocate some of the big guns, because the big guns were a big problem. Yeah, they were a big problem, especially the armored cars.
What was the problem with Biafra? Is it that Biafra didn't have enough armory?
No. Biafra didn't have enough guns. Not to talk of heavy guns. Most of them were captured ones. Biafra didn't have heavy guns. So they relied on, number 6. We say number 6 to track down. We lay ambush. That's when we get hold of these people. Sometimes we don't even kill them. We just remove the uniforms, take away their guns and so, and tell them to run. And you see them just racing back. Very, very interesting thing. Very, very interesting.
But war is bad, right?
War is bad. It's not good. It's not good, but there must be a cause for war. And like my people will say, that is dialogue. You won't take because people die, then you won't go to war. No. If there is need for war, there has to be.
Today I see young Igbo boys in the East. Some are members of MASOB, some are members of IPOB.
Yes.
They want Biafra. You begin to ask, why Biafra? I thought by now we should have moved on.
No. You see, though many of them didn't see the war, but from oral tradition, stories, maybe some read from books, and seeing what is happening, nobody from that area will tell you all is well. No.
What is happening?
It looks as if that area is not part of Nigeria. In terms of, I know Enugu-Onitsha Road, even when I was in the secondary school, in the 70s, 80s, there was no road. They started an express road. It is still under construction up till now. How many years? 50 years plus. When people see that, and then the total militarization of the area, from here to here is heavy military checkpoint, which you don't see in other parts of Nigeria.
It might be because of the threat to secede, the call for self-determination.
The call for self-determination came recently, really. But what I'm telling you, immediately after the Civil War, there was this heavy militarization. Even though they tried to decongest, move away a lot of battalions and brigades away from the east, but it is still there. It is still there. It has made the people to be militarized. That is the word. They are militarized. So everybody is tensed up. All they know is everything by force. Yeah? So it has become
the
part.
war psyche.
Yes, they have been psychologically made to know or to believe that that is the way life should be, which is not like in the West. Very civil. You move about, nobody intimidates or harasses you. But over there, the police, the army, the Air Force, the Navy even have checkpoints. I don't know whether there is any. I don't know.
Does that annoy you?
Not that it annoys me. It worries me.
It worries you?
Yes, it worries me. Those things should be dismantled. I know the fear. They are, whether they put it or they don't put it, the cry for secession is still there. It's not whether the checkpoints are there, the military people are there or not. The thing is there. It's in the heart of most of the people over there.
Let's go back to time. I've read war literatures
Yes,
on the
yes.
Biafran War.
Yeah, a lot of them.
I've read about Ifajuna.
Yes.
I've read about Victor Banjo.
Banjo, yes.
Ojukwu is prominent in all the stories.
Yes, Banjo.
Did you ever meet Ifajuna?
Not one-on-one, but he came to address us in my school then, Dennis Memorial Grammar School, his alma mater. Just after the coup, when he came back from Ghana.
After the 1966
After
coup.
the 1966 coup.
He was part of the coup.
He was part of the coup. He ran away to Ghana. He told us all these stories. He told us everything. And said that they wanted Nigeria to be one, to be good. Corruption, nepotism, and so on and so forth. They want to destroy all those in the life of Nigeria. But there are some forces who were against them. So all of us, we were shouting, away with corruption, away with, we were singing in the assembly hall, clapping for him and so on and so forth. And he carried that into Biafra.
Is that what you were told or what you read? That he carried that one Nigeria into Biafra?
No, he was in Biafra now.
Yeah.
Fighting with Biafra for one Nigeria. How do you reconcile the two? So he had the agenda of still wanting Nigeria to be one.
In opposition to the ideals of Ojukwu and Igbo.
Thank you.
Igbo wanted Biafra by all means.
By all means. Then himself wanted Nigeria by all means also.
Himself, Victor Banjo.
That is group, yes. So their going to the Midwest was an opportunity for them to try and see if they can link up with forces maybe in the West and see if they can get hold of the West, then make Ojukwu to cow down, and then one Nigeria. It's that kind of thing. I don't know.
Was that offense hard enough to have caused their execution?
Sabotage.
Were they saboteurs in the true sense of the word?
Because what happened in the Midwest was not what the original war plan.
So they deviated from the plan?
They deviated from the plan. The plan was to have a buffer zone, Republic of Benin. Just put it there. There was no Nigerian army stationed in Midwest then. So Biafra got in, wanted to recruit people in Benin, let them have their own army, so that before Nigeria can get closer to Biafra, they must have crossed Benin. But these people left the what they were sent to do in the Midwest, and we are just marching towards Lagos.
But they came back to Biafra.
That's what we don't understand.
Perhaps they had no ulterior motive.
No, They had ulterior motives. They wouldn't have. Where are you going to, Ore? Going to Benin? Going to Ijebode? What are you looking for there? Biafra didn't want anything to do in Ijebode.
You know, some feel as Zik will sabotage the war. What do you think?
No, he didn't, because his defection was towards the end. When he saw that there was no way, and he was falling out with the administration of Ojukwu in terms of agreeing to, Zik is a diplomat, is a soft somebody. He can go and bow to whoever is his enemy. And the people said, no, we cannot follow you along this line to renounce Biafra and start to talk of something. I think that was why he said he cannot continue, because everybody said no to all his suggestions.
Perhaps he was right. He saw the picture clearer.
Sometimes they say he's mysterious, that Zik can see things which ordinary people don't see. Maybe he was right, but at that material time, nobody wanted to listen to him. So himself decided to decamp and went to Nigeria, I think. And then that was towards the end of the war.
Even Ojukwu at the time had to run away.
Ojukwu had to be asked to go. I don't think he decided to go by himself. We all were not very happy with what was happening towards the end of it, because there were no materials to fight with. In fact, so it was very difficult holding onto positions with heavy guns, pounding all the places. It was very difficult.
So it wasn't really no victor, no vanquished?
No. Forget about all that.
Igbo lost the war.
They lost the war. They were defeated.
Bush Radio.
Bush Radio. Bush Radio.
Bush Radio.
Your real talk radio.